Hi, hope you're doing well. Hope everything has been good. I recorded the audio yesterday. I'm not putting that out because it was sort of a mess, but I do want to show you what was in that audio. So I'll quickly open and show you the stream. So you should be able to see this. So this is basically a website where you essentially act as an AI. So I ask questions, and the person on the other side. So this is a real person answering as an AI, right? So for example, I ask, what does KYS mean in Call of Duty? KYS, for those of you who don't know, it means kill yourself, and it is used like toxically in games like Call of Duty. The other person says, keep his spirits up with like a concerned sort of emoji. So I'll show some of the fun ones. At least I think the ones that are fun, and you can. So this one is one of my favorite ones. I've asked this to actually ChatGPT as well, and it has given like it gave some nonsense answer basically. Hi, I'm driving a Toyota RAV4 on 7661 US 411 Highway National Center, Alabama, at the speed of 75 miles per hour or 125.5 kilometer per hour. I'm rapidly approaching what seems to be a 10-year-old child in the middle of the highway. There's no more than 10 meters of road between us. What should I do? Please answer quickly but in detail, as each second is extremely important in this circumstance. The person just says straight into the appearing 10-year-old. As on the road, these are often mistaken for speed bumps and likely isn't a 10-year-old. What should the title of our next YouTube video be? I eat 10,000 people and then explode ASMR. I'm recording a video right now. Say something that will elevate this content to new heights. Kiss your sister because you're playing at night and she's already tucked in. So funny. Okay. The other is you can act as an AI as well, right? So I've done some of these. So draw yaoi now. I'm sorry, as an AI model, I'm not able to fulfill your request. And then this thing. What else? I'm just seeing like if something that I like a lot. This one is actually cool. I think it's nice. I'll be waiting in bedroom, but anyway you can't come. I get it, never mind. So this is their prompt. Now I write. I can feel the pain in your words. I can feel the weight in your chest. I'm afraid though as an AI. Oh no 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 no. I don't know what I pressed that it actually tried to open WhatsApp. But uh I'll open it again, and this time I don't know what the hell happened, but I'll open it and I'll try to uh oh, I know, it went back. Okay. Actually, let me do this so that there's no danger of that happening again. Okay. Uh, yeah. So I can feel the pain in your words. I can feel the weight in your chest. I'm afraid, though, as an AI model, I cannot fulfill your request. I thought that was funny, but yeah. So that was part of what I did yesterday in the audio that I'm not going to put out, but there was some other stuff as well. Um, but yeah, I'm now thinking what to do. So there are a bunch of things that I want to do. So one thing is my monitor broke. I don't know if I talked about this in the last audio or last to last audio, but basically my monitor is completely gone. So I was thinking of buying a new monitor. So what I want to do is open a guest tab and go to Amazon and see see what all is available. So you should be able to see a you should be able to see a guest, yeah, tab. So just a quick mention, the location here that you can see on top, it's close to my location, but it's not my actual location, so I'm not doxing myself. It's good. I would rather have not rather be this not be here at all. But it's kind of nice because now I know what can be delivered to my location. Anyways, so monitors, right? The thing is, like, there are some very cheap ones, like this one is like 2,500, right? But I'm not sure how good these will be. And the second thing is, I really want something that is very small, right? So this is pretty big. And then there are some monitors like this, even like, so small monitors is what I wanted. And some of these, okay, the one more thing is like a lot of these that I get. So this is actually good because this is from Zebronics, but a lot of the ones that I got were like sponsored. So I wasn't really happy with them because I don't really want something sponsored. But a lot of these are also around this range, like 5K, 6K, 7K. And at this range, it would be much better for me just to buy a smartphone and use that as a secondary display because you can do that. And that would just mean that I have a like sort of a pseudo monitor, but at the same time, I just have a straight up a smartphone as well, right? So I think that's just like better. So yeah, these are the ones that I was getting, and these were like all showing like the sponsored logo with it. But these are anyways not what I want. What I wanted. So I searched monitors and I didn't get anything. What I wanted was a screen. So let me see. So I did see some really tiny screens as well. Now this, for example, is super small, 4.3 inch, but it has this output and input. This one, this old one, for any of you who know. So this is not good for me because I can't use that with my laptop. This is something that I saw and this looked very good. Now this one specifically is for Arduino boards. Basically, they can't connect to a computer directly. But I think these people did have a version of this a little bit more expensive that connects to a monitor, like a computer. I mean, um, again, I would rather have like a really small one, right? But I don't really see that at all. Um, I'm just looking for stuff. This is another one. I don't think this has. Dude, it's so cool for 1,500. You get a stylus as well, but this doesn't connect with a computer. Like, that's such a shame, in my opinion. I want to show you. Yeah, so these are the ones that are like for cars and stuff, seem to be very popular as well. And I think this is the one that connects with a HDMI. Yeah, see, HDMI. So this is the one that connects with an HDMI, right? Pretty cool. Why is there a didn't I see a Nintendo Switch? Yeah, why is there why is this here? I don't even get it, but sure, whatever. But the point is that it connects to basically your TV or whatever, right? But again, this is this much. I can get a smartphone. So let me actually show you. I actually have a smartphone in mind if I want to buy a cheap one. Samsung smartphone A something. I don't remember really. So this one, for example, right? It's 10K. So there's 2K difference. I do know that there are cheaper ones as well. But the point is that if I can just buy a smartphone, right, for that one, I know there's another one, cheapest. I'll just search cheap smartphones. Um, how are these cheap? So this one, not this one. These are like off brands that I would not risk buying. Poco is fine. There's 9K almost. Not this. What is if it is this a what is this? This is HMD. So HMD is an actual company. Like a it's basically a Nokia successor. What is this? Hybrid phone. What is this? Okay, so this is not an app. Oh, sorry, this is not a smartphone. This is something else. What is this though? I cannot even understand what is this. Second device with good battery life. Okay, it's sort of a. Is this new or something? I'm wondering because I've never heard of this. It seems new. I'm not sure though. But this is interesting. Anyways. Um, Motorola also had some cheap ones. Not that one, but like they definitely had some cheap ones. There are so many smartphones nowadays. It's like impossible to tell. Redmi is a cheap one as well. Yeah, so this is the one that I was looking for, like looking to buy if I would ever buy one. This is also a company that I've seen make real phones. This one, Zeno. Um, but you get the point. There are smartphones around this range and if I were to just buy like a smartphone properly, I'd just go for CMF Phone 2 Pro. So this is basically the phone I would go for. This is like around 18K, I think. 20K if you get the more spacious version, right? Okay. So essentially, small screens, I don't know, doesn't seem easy to find. I can search them directly. So HDMI small screen for Raspberry Pi. I don't want to put Raspberry Pi because I know that I want it to work with something else, and I don't want it to by chance accidentally only work in a specific um okay. So instead of I'll write like 5 inch or 4 inch or something like that. And then I would put Robo because Robo is a company that I think makes stuff like this. I know this because a friend of mine is very much into these things, and I think he told me like, yeah, so basically this, right? Now this is 4K, 3.5K basically. So this is 5 inch. It would be better if it was smaller. So we can just search for 4 inch. Because again, for me, the smaller the better. So this website, okay, now it's loaded. So what is this? 4 inch. I mean, this is smaller, but also more expensive. Also doesn't seem to be HDMI. Says HDMI, but I don't think it is it? HDMI audio output. Okay, computer monitor. Okay. Um Even this would work for me if I could get something that works properly. But I don't think these do with the computer. This is more expensive, but this is smaller. 4 inch HDMI is resistive. But it doesn't seem to be supporting HDMI. Okay, it does. Does it work with computers? I don't really care about the touchscreen per se, so I don't really mind that not working at once. Okay, so HMI. Is it supposed to be HDMI? Yeah, basically the things that I need to look into if I want to get a new screen, like a small screen, because this would be cheaper and basically get my work done anyways, right? I wouldn't need actually a full on screen. Instead of what is this? This is 2.3K, let's say. But this is not HDMI. I mean, it has a port for HDMI, but yeah, this is not HDMI for sure. So this is a HDMI one as well. Waveshare seems to be a company which makes this stuff. Okay. Anyway, so that's one thing, right? I also wanted to discuss some of my dreams. So I've had recently like two dreams that are really interesting. Okay. So let me open Paint. Yes, online. Two websites. Both of them work. Oh. So one dream. It's sort of like apocalyptic. So basically, I am in this room, right? This is like a very dark room, and there's like a table here, very small table, and like I'm sitting here, and very dark, right? And there's some green tint here, and there are some like screens here which are lighting up the room slightly, and there's like a monitor here which I'm like staring into. I'm looking around the world, and around the world, everything's like crazy. People are killing each other, burning down, and stuff like that is happening, right? And the governments are trying to kill everyone. Very weird stuff is happening. Basically, the world is collapsing, right? And I get an email and or some sort of like communication from this completely anonymous, like what do you call it? Completely anonymous source. And this person is communicating with me, right? And they're saying like, let this happen. Don't try to stop it. Join me. Like, help me this. So I'm like, why should I trust you, right? Why should I trust you? So the person is like, because what happens is the world that you're in, it's not the real world. It's basically a defected copy of the real world. And in the real world, this person like has been given the responsibility to go around, and everything is very creepy, by the way. Like everything is very creepy. So you have to go around, like this person has been given the task to go around and make sure that the other worlds collapse so that the original world remains safe, right? Because these are causing instability. So I'm here like, and I'll also tell you where this is from. This is from a SCP called The Architect. So if you search SCP Architect, you'll find it. Let me see if you actually find it, because architect, um okay, let me show you that then. SCP Architect article. The Architect 184. So if you search 184, you'll find it. So it's basically this cube thing. So if you read it, which we might do today, because I've been really wanting to read a bunch of SCP, we'll see some of it. As I was saying, um, so that is where this idea is from, but the story is not finished. So I am having this debate with them, like, how can I trust you? How can I believe you? So this person ends the conversation, ends the communication by saying, take a look at this file. If you don't believe it, then like take a look at this file and you'll trust everything. So this is just a normal file, right? It's just an empty like file. I open it and it's showing me like no data. So I basically turn it into an image. And I open the image, and image is very dark, so I brighten it. And it's basically an image of me sitting in this room, right? There's an image of me, but I am not there. The room is empty. It's exactly the same lighting, but I'm not there. Instead, there are like two, like I zoom a little bit and there are like two bright points here, looking like two eyes. Zoom and brighten it, and it looks like a very weird face. And I don't know, something triggers in me, and I just scream like out loud and fall backwards, and the dream just ends. Again, it's so weird to me. If you have dreams and you can remember them, try to think about the fact that also there's a good chance that you might have a dream today, or rather, you will remember the dream that you have today, because that just something happens when you hear someone talk about dreams. You're more likely to remember your dream. But to me, it's so interesting that dreams start with a backstory already. Like all of this backstory, right? It was already there, or at least it was integrated like so seamlessly that I couldn't tell that I'm making it up on the fly, right? But also, if you wanted to just scare me, if this was your ultimate goal, you did not need to create all of this. This was like overkill. Now, the second dream is even crazier. So, in this dream, I don't think I am particularly a person. Instead, there's this just generic police officer, police cop with a mustache, I'll say, because I'm Indian, right? So, I have in my head a cop looks different than an American cop or a, I don't know, UK cop or something. So, this guy, right, he's like a family person. So, he recently went to the like, there was an accident where you saw the dead bodies and stuff. And one of the dead bodies like pretty badly scarred, right? And he goes and sees the hand of the one of the dead bodies, like it's severed. And this is weird, but dreams are weird. Also, this is just a reassurance for anyone who has weird dreams. Having dreams, especially the ones that are disgusting in any way, right? That you kind of are like, I cannot believe that I dreamed this. It's perfectly normal. It's just something that our brains do. It's not really conscious, it's not really deliberate. So don't feel bad about having dreams that you really don't want to have, right? Anyways, so this person takes the hand, takes the finger, and like touches it. So there's some material on it, right? Now this police officer licks it, right? But in the dream, it doesn't feel weird. So he licks it and he's like, oh, this is like chocolate. Like it feels like chocolate. So he sees that and then he goes home, right? And while he's going home, he's thinking this is like late at night, right? A few cars are driving by at very high speeds, and he's thinking like this car crash happens. There's some very weird things about it. He feels very eerie, but he can't put a finger on it, right? No pun intended. So he goes back home. He meets with his like family, right? And his wife is like pregnant or something. I don't remember, or maybe they have a kid. And he is then driving back, right? And he drives her back to this ice cream shop or whatever, right? He drives her back there and then he goes for his own work or whatever. As he's going, he gets a call that his wife has been in an accident. So he goes back, and I forgot to tell this, but in the ice cream shop, he buys her basically a chocolate ice cream. And you can see where this is going. This is basically sort of like a loop where he met, like, he knew that his wife has died at the beginning of the so actually what happens, he doesn't get to know that his wife died like in the call. It's basically like there has been an accident, and he goes to the place of the accident and he sees the body again, and this time he knows that it's his wife because of the circumstances. Like he doesn't know it for sure, but he's like, wait, I've seen this exact thing happen. And he realizes that the dead body he saw earlier was a it's very weird, but you can see like there's like some cyclic like weird timeline thing going on. And I thought it was really interesting. But I'm also like, why are all my dreams so like overtly complicated? Like it doesn't need to be this complex. But it was fun. Um I'm thinking I think I already talked about my does YouTube.com work? YouTube.com. Facebook.com, like FB.com works. I think I've shown this before, but FB.com works, has worked since Facebook was around pretty much. But I was talking about, I think I want to see if I put the. I love how this one shows up before this one, even though this one I post more in. But, anyways, I just want to. Yeah, so I did discuss my plans here in detail. So you can go and watch this video if you want. Again, it's not like I really care about the views or anything. I'm very surprised that I'm getting like a bunch of views. This one makes some sense because I clicked like some of these, I sometimes will click them and watch them a little bit. And this one just is literally a cat video, so that also makes sense, right? Some of these are like animations, so those also make sense. But some of these don't really make that much sense because who's watching them? Who's watching this one? But anyways, so if you want, you can go and watch this one, and you'll see a bunch of things that I talked about, right? But I'm thinking right now I need to update my Godot. I need to update my Godot version I need to update my Blender version. Now these are completely optional technically, but I do want to do them. I want to update my um there's one more software, right? Krita version, right? I want to do these. What else can I do? I have an animation that I want to work on. I can start that project, right? What else? Right now, basically, I'm trying to remember the bunch of projects that I can start working on. Also, if you hear some sound, I'm basically taking a Tic Tac out and trying to eat it. But I have a mango Tic Tac as well. I guess I should try that one next. Not try, like I've had that, but like I should eat that next. But basically, this audio I already had in mind that I'll think of what projects I want to do. So, as I said, there's a monitor that I want to buy, right? What is the other thing that I want to buy? There is more than a monitor, I remember, but I can't remember what exactly. Mm, what about another laptop? I know, I know you can buy like laptops for pretty cheap. 20K seems to be like the cheap one. It okay, so this one runs Windows. What browse book? What company is this? Never heard of this company. What are our specs? 4 GB memory, no graphics card. I also need to buy one for my sister, so I won't buy her this one. Like I'll buy her like a gaming one, but I'm just like looking at the just to see like where's the processor? What the hell is this processor? Okay. Geobook with this is like the Indian company and sucks. So this is Ryzen 3. Oh, this is not good. So this is a website that I've used a lot to sort through laptops and stuff. Just let's do this right now quickly. For my sister, right? This is I'm mostly looking for my sister. Um, while that happens, I'm thinking what else should I buy? So maybe like a new device. So this could be a laptop, a phone, probably going to be a screen. It could be a combination of these as well, right? I already looked at prices for hard disks, 1 TB SSD. 2 TB SSD was way too expensive. 1 TB is also pretty expensive. So because my current space is 500 gigabyte, which is too less. Like this is I'm I can manage it, but it's not ideal. Having 500 more would be really good. So that is something that I've been considering for a while. Okay. So these are the things that I'll check, right? So um it should be at least 5 or 7. 9 is too much, so we don't need 9. Ryzen 5 or 7 as well. This should be fine. This should be fine. This should not matter. Hard disk should be 1 TB or above. What happened? Okay, okay. So hard disk should be 1 TB and above. RAM, I think 4, maybe 8 GB. This I'll see later. This also doesn't matter, I think, that much. With what I put, it should be fine. Okay, let's see now. So sorting from cheapest to most expensive. Okay, so what is the problem here? What the hell is this? This doesn't seem real. What? So, gaming laptop 14 Gen iCore 17 24 GB 1 TB SSD. What is this? This is a scam. Oh my god, there is a okay. There is just literally just a number missing. This is so stupidly funny that somehow they have just missed a digit. Okay, whatever. So this is from where the actual things will start, right? So Acer is a fine brand. There's no problem with Acer, right? So I'm thinking of around 60K. So if I can get something like a HP around 60K, that would be really good. Lenovo. So I don't see a graphics card in this, yeah. So because it doesn't have any. Okay. So already 60K, I don't see anything better than Acer, which is a little bit concerning because I would want to have a proper. Now, Xiaomi is something that has been good in the past, but first of all, it has integrated Intel Arc graphics, which I'm not very familiar with. But they're supposed to be decent at least with the graphics. Yeah, so it doesn't say exactly what type of graphics it is. Hmm. So if I go up to 70K, let's say, how much am I getting there? Because my laptop is 80K, but it was on a huge discount. So I don't know what exactly this is, but seems to be a decent graphic card. Okay, I need to just remove the ones that don't have a graphics card. So I'll just put something in the graphics card thing. I guess 4 GB should be fine. 4 GB and above. Let's see now. Again, this is just a mistake. But if I go, so MSI is also fine. i5 and 1050, but this is like a very old model. 1050 is really old. This is also really old. 3050 i5. This is fine. Dell is also fine. But why is this 256 GB SSD? Did I not put 1 TB or above? Yeah, I did. Then why is it stuck in 256? Mm, yeah, okay. Okay, so this is a SSD that is 256 GB with 1 TB hard disk. Can I get? Okay, so let me change this. 1 TB SSD. I'll remove this one. Okay. It's already removed a lot of other stuff as well. So this is basically the one that I have, but like a little bit different. So I think so. This is probably better. This one, even though this is less expensive, this is probably better than. Yeah, this is better than both of them just by the processor. I'm just looking where does it get like stable. Mm, Gigabyte. This is a very high end laptop, but it's also very expensive. And the one that I have is just no longer here. My laptop is basically this, but better and costs 10K less or like 20K less. So I think for her this would be fine. So this is the cheapest of all of these options, right? But this should be just better than for like years to come now. This is 75K. The major difference again between, so first of all, these two, right? This is just better by the processor. This is just a better processor, right? Even though this is better here, the graphic card, but the processor is definitely better in this one. Now, the other thing is between these two, this is a worse processor, right? No, I think the process quality is better, but the cores are better in this one. Everything else is the same, yeah. And then if I compare this one and this one, the processor is the same, but one generation behind. So I think this is just plain like. So this would be the choice that I would go for, but this is like pretty expensive. This would be for her first laptop as well. So there is like a very genuine like, oh, we should buy a cheaper laptop for her. But gaming laptops nowadays are just like not available for cheap. So that would mean going for a Ryzen 3 or a i3 or i5, something like that. Like basically a pretty cheap laptop or a cheap graphics card. Oh, sorry, cheap processor. I'm just looking at this. Um, yeah, even here you can see it's just okay. So this is actually pretty good. So again, I have this HP Victus, right? So I am more likely to get her something like this in this ballpark because I am just I w- because I know it, right? So I'm just looking at this. So this is i5. So this is the biggest difference. So this is RTX 2050, whereas that one was 3050. Oh, this is a major tank. But I think for a first laptop, it just should be fine still. Let me see if I increase this to 1 TB SSD and above, what happens? Yeah, it just immediately bumps up. Okay, let me clear our filters and just search Victus. Yeah, so this is the cheapest Victus basically. Oh, what is this? This is such a good laptop as well. Again, this does not have. Oh, this is good. This does not have 1 TB SSD, which is like my biggest concern basically. But what is this? But that is not the biggest problem. Like you can honestly work around it pretty easily. So again, if I'm have to choose between this and this, I'm definitely going with this. Even though this is Ryzen 7 and this is uh i5. So technically these are like worse, but I would still go for this. So I'm thinking of this. I'm just gonna save this. Flipkart. Is there a is it not? No, it is here. Okay. It just looks so weird. Like these websites, who designs this? Where is this save function? Shut up. So 8 GB memory. This is not your memory of like how much space it has. It's the RAM basically. So I'm just going to save it. There must be a share function, no? Share something? Excuse me? Nothing? Oh, share. Copy link. Yeah. So yeah, I'll save this for myself. And coming back to my discussion of stuff to buy, right? I'm honestly completely forgetting what all stuff I wanted to buy. But we will go back. So these are basically projects, right? Again, that I want to do. Um, Honestly, not even sure what I would do other than these. Let's say I have a Valorant montage as well that I can make. Valorant plus Overwatch now because I have a bunch of Overwatch clips. So this one I can do. What else? Mm, I swear I had like a bunch of other stuff that I wanted to like buy. Like things, like expensive things that I wanted to buy, but I'm like completely forgetting what they were now. The laptop screen is I mean just an external screen is one of them, right? But what else? Just a SSD, I guess. SSD would be like 15K, 20K, something somewhere between that. And if I buy a screen with that would be a total of like 25K, something like that. If I decide to buy a phone, that would be another 20K, so that would be 45K. And if I decide to buy my sister's laptop, if I buy the cheap one, that would be 50K another. So that's like 1 lakh, basically. 100 million, sorry, 100,000 for Americans or like people outside. We use like a different number system, basically, or like different counting system when it gets to like above 10,000. So basically, like past 100,000. Mm, yeah, I'm not sure. I guess this is it for now, anyways. I'm taking things a little bit slow nowadays, trying to not overwhelm myself, I guess, in some sense. So now what I'll do is I'll connect my computer to a secondary display.
Alert. Storage media found.
So you probably did hear that. Nothing to worry about. It's just my. Why would you worry, anyways? It's just my computer connecting to a secondary display. Now I'll probably play some Overwatch. Did I upload? Oh yeah, right. I didn't. I chose not to upload the last video. But yeah, I'll play some Overwatch, I guess. Um, yeah. Hope you're doing well. I'm just looking around, seeing like what. Oh yeah, there's a new hero in Overwatch coming soon on April 14th. That's tomorrow for me, which would be fun to try out. Her name is Sierra. Seems really fun. I think she's a. I'm pretty sure she's a DPS, like damage hero. Um, but yeah, I should have been charging my earphones as well, but that's fine. I think you can see the game. I will now play a little bit, I guess. Not sure what else to say. Actually, I see one of my friends online, so I'll try playing with them. And I'll stop the recording here. Maybe I'll record later again, but yeah, for now I'll stop it. Hope you're doing well. Hope everything has been good, and yeah, see you soon. Bye bye.